With this activity, there's multiple different ways that you can use Kami for math. And this gets students thinking, collaborating, and even sometimes comparing and contrasting. And so with this resource, you can use the select tool and click on any of these images. It's going to take you to the resource where you can edit the template. So for example, for which one doesn't belong, students have 4 different images or 4 different things in these boxes. Then they have to explain which item here they believe does not belong, and they need to conclude evidence to support their answers. This next one is the broken calculator, where students are going to have missing numbers down here, and they have to explain their reasoning on how they make 21 without having these key things on the calculator. So again, they're going to use reasoning to explain their thoughts and their ideas. There's also Math Reps, which is a great Edu protocol. And from here, you choose your grade level, and this is Spiral Review, where your students can practice these activities over and over and over again until they master their skills. This again can be a great way to support your students' learning as the learning becomes sticky. With math fails, students are able to see a math sign that it actually failed, or is it just a typo? They have to think, is it a math fail? And they have to explain the error and how they would correct this sign. We make errors every single day, so you can just search these images online. Next up is word problems, where students are going to build it, draw it, and write it. They first use manipulatives to build the problem and solve it. Then they're going to draw a picture of the problem, and then they write it. Word problems can be very difficult for students, so using this build, draw it, write it can support your students' learning. There's also Cyber Sandwich for math, which is one of my favorite activities created by Melissa. And what it does is it takes the spin of Cyber Sandwich. You have your word problem. Students think about what the problem's about. They write about what they're trying to figure out. They write down important information. They have a workspace, and then they compare with a partner. So they do all their work up here. They compare, what did I have? What did my partner have? And what did we both have together? Then they share their learning on how they learned about their answer and if they made a mistake or if their partners had the same answers correct. Side-by-side math is a great way for your students to solve problems side by side with another student. They're going to have problem 1 here. Problem 2 could be the same problem or a different problem. Students are going to solve those problems, and they are going to model and solve down here. They then consider, how are the 2 problems similar and how are they different? So for example, I might do a problem here with fractions, and over here I might do another different problem with fractions as well. They're solving it and they're really thinking about, how is it similar and how is it different? That can be a great way for students to talk as well. Another way that you can get your students thinking is with My Answer. And with My Answer, students have a question. And what happens is the teacher pushes out the correct answer. Students compare their answer with the teacher's answer. And then once they do that, they then come down and they decide, did I get this right or wrong? If I got it right, what did I do correct in this box? And if I got it wrong, what did I do wrong? So again, getting our students to think about math can be a great way to support their learning.